back with a quick video. This is I guess a collections video for games. So it's gonna be my King of Fighters stuff. So where do I begin? I guess we'll go ahead and go with the Neo Geo Pocket stuff first. First game I guess we'll show. This is a kind of one of the harder games to find. It's Japanese only, so unless you know Japanese, I don't recommend buying it unless you just want it for collectors. I mean, I can speak it and all that, and I understand it and read it, so it doesn't bother me a bit. But you know, King of Fighters is known for a fighting game. This isn't a fighting game. Well, King of Fighters Battle D Paradise is, yeah, it's called Battle D Paradise. I think we have that in English, right? No, it's not. Well, anyways, this is King of Fighters Battle D Paradise. And what it is it's like a board game style thing. As you can tell, there's little, yeah, see, it's a board game right there. And I guess that's what it shows and all that. But what it is there's a lot of mini games. Like there's a mini game right there. That's the Ikari Warrior shooter game that you can play on there. There's a lot of different games. What can I think of? There's one where you get to run away from Orochi's as he drops his bolts of lightning. I think there's another one too where you have to dodge the Kaiser Wave from Rugal. Rugal's a bitch on this. If you run into him, you're definitely gonna have to go through hell. But yeah, it's a pretty neat spin on a game like that. Actually, what I should say first, the games you won't see, I do have some download copies. I have King of Fighters 98, King of Fighters 98 Unlimited Match, King of Fighters 2002 Ultimate Match, or Dream Match, one of those, something like that. That's Slugfest. Slugfest is actually going to be on my Neo Geo, how do you call it? I'll show you guys. Slugfest. I'm not going to turn it on, but I'll show you guys. Actually, there's like several King of Fighters games on this little thing. This is what you call the Neo Geo Mini console. I won't turn it on or anything. Let's just go back over here. But the other games that I mentioned, I think I have a King of Fighters 97 too on download too. My King of Fighters 97 downloaded game is going to be on Xbox One. The other games that I said were on Xbox 360. Also, there's a game called King of Fighters Sky Stage. Have you guys ever heard of like Raiden 1944? You know, the shoot 'em up games like that. That's basically what King of Fighters Sky Stage is. It's a shoot 'em up. Instead of them the usual 3-on-3 fighting in it or any of that King of Fighters is really known for, Sky Stage is a shoot 'em up. I love those little shoot 'em up games. So as you can tell, I really like Sky Stage. Okay, I guess the next thing we're going to show, Japanese only as well. King of Fighters R1, which King of Fighters R1, if I remember correctly, actually I should remember correctly, because you can see Yashiro right there. What King of Fighters R1 is basically the Neo Geo Pocket's version of King of Fighters 97. So this is going to be, you fight Orochi on this one. Of course, look, there's Yashiro, Shermie, and Chris. Okay. This one can be kind of pricey too, especially if you find it complete. I lucked out. I bought this almost 20 years ago complete for 25 bucks. But then I lost this game when I lost my first Neo Geo Pocket. I don't know where the hell that went. It must have gotten lost during one of the moves that I've been doing over the years. But yeah, so I had to rebuy that game. I paid 25 bucks. Actually, it was free. We'll just say it was free because, you know, I bought this with Bing Rewards points. I think I said that on one of the videos. I bought my new copy with Bing Reward points. Or no, actually that was a different game. That was the Last Blade. I bought the Last Blade Bing Rewards points with to get free Xbox cash. With this one I bought it. They took my bid. I bid 20 on it. They wanted 25. I put 20 down. and they said okay. So yeah, that was off of eBay. We also have this one. This is one of the cheaper games because they made so much of it. King of Fighters R2, which is basically King of Fighters 98 on the Neo Geo Pocket. And now we have it complete. I actually managed to buy this sealed too, and maybe I should have just left it sealed. I don't know. This is 98. You're gonna face off against Ruble. As if we didn't see him twice before with 94 and 95. We get to see him again in 98. I wonder if we'll see him again in 15, because you know, with the death of Verse in King of Fighters 14, all the bosses that died are all back. Orochi, Gonitz, Hakishu, which means, you know, Chris, Shermie, Yashiro, all them, they're all back. I believe Ignis and Zero are back too from the NES saga, and Chrysalid. Okay, we're gonna go out there ones for PlayStation now. King of Fighters 95. What sucks about this, I would have more of them, but King of Fighters wasn't a big thing back in those days. It wasn't a big thing. So, a lot of the games didn't make it over to the US like 95 did. 95 made it. I believe 95 was the only one, or actually was the first King of Fighters game that made it to the US. Yeah, King of Fighters 95 that was it. And we wouldn't see King of Fighters in the US until 99. And actually, King of Fighters 99 didn't come out in 1999. We didn't get King of Fighters 99 on the PlayStation until 2001, which explains the reason why they have this right there. Vanessa and Seth weren't exactly in a King of Fighters game until 2000. And see, there they are again. So, which is kind of weird that they even put Vanessa and Seth when they weren't in King of Fighters 99. Guess we'll go with these ones next. I just have these. I use old cases from the DS to do this because I don't have the boxes anymore. I used to have the boxes, but we'll go with flip them around. There's a King of Fighters EX for the Game Boy Advance. It's in rough shape though, so don't expect to see much. Oh, it's not even. Oh yeah, it is in there. Yeah, see, the thing's already all. I used to play the shit out of that game. I was pretty happy when I found out that the Game Boy Advance got a King of Fighters game. But not only that, did they get one, they got two. With this here King of Fighters EX2 Howling Blood. I have a Japanese copy and a US copy in there. I believe one of them doesn't work anymore though. Yeah, because at first, when I first heard that they made King of Fighters EX2 for Game Boy Advance, I went out, looked for it. They didn't have it anywhere for the American version, for the American Game Boy Advance. So I went online, I bought it. I bought it for Japan and found out that the Japanese copy works on an American Game Boy Advance, which was pretty cool at the time. Because, you know, like, let's say Xbox, you have to buy American Xbox 360, you have to buy American Xbox 360 games. Otherwise, they will not work. A Japanese copy will not work on a Xbox 360. That was my problem with Phantom Breaker. People remember, I bought Phantom Breaker. I wanted to buy Phantom Breaker for the Xbox 360, but because they canceled our copies for the USA, they decided not to go ahead and make it. And what happened there is I found out that they made copies for the PS3 and Xbox 360. Then found out that the 360 copy isn't going to work on American Xbox, so I went ahead and bought the PS3 version, and the PS3 version works on an American Xbox PS3. Then again, you find out that PS3 and even PS4, they're region free, so you can buy Japanese games and play them on there. You just can't do that with Xbox. This is kind of a bootleg, but I did find out that it is real, that they really did, because I mean, yeah, that they really did do King of Fighters 96 for it. That's Japanese, by the way, but it's a bootleg. I didn't know it at the time because I just bought it because it was King of Fighters, but 96 on the Game Boy. And yeah, that's actually it. This isn't really King of Fighters 97. Not by a long freaking shot. What it is, I'll open it and show you. It does have the 97 logo, or the 97 front. What it is here is they took 95, the characters from 95 and 96, and they put it here. Yeah. 2002, yeah, no, 2000. This really isn't anything. It's another bootleg copy, and what it is basically just the same thing almost. There are no characters from 2000 in there. There's characters from the 95 and the 96. And speaking of 95, here's 95 for Game Boy. I have 2 copies. I bought one by accident and ended up with another. But still, you know, sometimes you end up like that. I mean, recent we can say was Blaster Master. I bought a copy not realizing that I already had a freaking copy. Oh well. Let's get down to the other stuff. I guess we'll go with PS2 next. Actually, we'll do this stuff first. Okay, come here. This came with the King of Fighters 2006. Obviously, it was a, how do you call it, pre-order bonus. And what it is just it's a 4-episode anime of King of Fighters. Yeah, just 4 episodes, and there's the disc right there. And this came with King of Fighters 13. What it is they didn't think that King of Fighters 13 was gonna sell, so it started at $60. So when I went in one day to finish paying it off, they told me $10 more. I'm like, wait a second, is this a $60 game? No, $10 off. And then when it came out, they gave us this, the King of Soundtracks, which is really fucking sweet. I mean, they're not in there. I took them out because I didn't want them to get scratched. So they have their own cases now. But I kept the cardboard piece regardless, though. But yeah, you get all these freaking soundtracks. Look at that shit. I'll show you guys the discs right now too. That's pretty cool though. One, two, three, four discs. All those on 4 discs. Let me see real quick. There's like 101 total soundtracks from all games from King of Fighters 94 all the way up until King of Fighters 13. But yeah, that's pretty sick that they did that though. $10 off and a freaking 100 track soundtrack. Amazing. Okay, go over here next. King of Fighters 2000 and 2001 right there. In Japan, you buy them separately in Japan. Yeah, each of them is separate. In America, you get this, both games in one. Same thing with this one, 2002 and 2003. You get them, you can buy them separate in Japan, but here in America, they gave you both of them in one go. You know, it's funny. This one costed more, but this one's harder to find. Yeah, the 2001 is really hard to find. Let's see, you got this, yeah, King of Fighters 2006, their first attempt at 3D King of Fighters. Everybody hated, oh no, that's their second attempt. Never mind, that's actually Maximum Impact 2. I don't know why they call it 2006. But yeah, this is actually Maximum Impact 2, the second Maximum Impact game. They hated it. People hated that game. So I don't know why they came out with this one and everybody loved it. We'll get back to that in a minute. See, there's a 98 Ultimate Match. Oh, that's just a bonus disc that shows you stuff from 98 and 13. Okay. King of Fighters 11. This had Mukai as the boss. The only boss that I was honorable in any of the games. Because you know, every boss wants to take over the world. Mukai was that type of guy. He didn't underestimate the humans. He knew their potential. He treated them as equals. And he was a really cool boss like that. Okay, and we have what I was talking about. King of Fighters Maximum Impact, the first game. It's funny that everybody hated this shit, but everybody embraced when they went back to 3D right here. If you ask me, I like the Maximum Impact series. I'm not gonna lie, I know people don't like it. Oh, wait a second, that wasn't. So it was 2003. 2003 was Mukai. The boss. Mukai was the boss of that game. This one was obviously Megaki. He was a bitch. Projectiles from the front, projectiles from the top, projectiles from underneath you, projectiles from on top of you, and all around, and that's what made it a hard fight. And to make matters worse, is that Shion right there? No, that's not, but Shion is before you fight Megaki, and he's equally hard. By the way, if you look at Shion, go look him up. Until maybe a couple months ago, I didn't know Shion was a dude. I thought Shion was a she. I mean, Shion looks like a female, but apparently it's a dude. That's pretty crazy. Anyways, King of Fighters Maximum Impact. I didn't get the sleeve for it, which sucks, but it came with the bonus disc. Yeah, a lot of people hated it, which leaves me wondering why anybody liked King of Fighters 14. Maybe people weren't ready for King of Fighters in 3D at the time. And to make it up for us for not bringing most of the King of Fighters games to America, they decided to do this. Now, there's one funny thing I will tell you. The Japanese collection has 95, 96, and 97, which 95, 96, and 97 are basically the Orochi Saga. The Orochi Saga. But for the American copy, they gave us 94, 95, 96, 97, and 98. So that's pretty freaking sweet. We got 2 more games than the Japanese copy did. But one thing is, Japan got a NES collection, which was 99, 2000, 2001. We didn't get a NES collection here in America. But yeah, there you go. All 5 of those games. Okay, get those over to the side. Wow, I'm going too long on this video. Oh, we also managed to buy this. Oh, it's not in there, but we also managed to buy it for the PSP as well. Let's go to the Xbox. No, let's go to the Xbox copies next. The Xbox got this, the 2002 and 2003 package, which was actually cheaper here than it was at the $40 tag for the PS2. Yeah. And later on they got their own King of Fighters Maximum Impact game, but they called it the Maniacs. King of Fighters Maximum Impact Maniacs. Which really isn't much of a difference. I don't know why the hell they call it Maniacs. There's really no difference between this port and the PS2 port, except for the fact that you get to play online, actually. I think that's the only difference. And actually, I think this was the first Xbox King of Fighters game. They were supposed to come out with a game called 94 Reboot, but 94 Reboot was canceled in the USA. In Japan, they came out with 94 Reboot, but the US, they canceled it. I was trying to get that game too, and I couldn't because cancellation. Neowave, one of my favorite games. You get to fight the Young Geese Howard. The first time Young Geese Howard appeared was in Art of Fighting 2. He was the secret final boss. You had to win every single round. You couldn't lose, otherwise you wouldn't be able to fight Young Geese. And this one, Young Geese is the final boss no matter what. So you fight him either way. We'll go to the 360 copies. Basically, these 2 games are also on PS3 as well. This game flat out sucked. They basically, this had to be in one of the worst King of Fighters ever. They basically gave us a freaking, we basically paid for time attack mode, people. Yes, with this game we basically paid for time attack mode. Because that's all it really evolves around is time attack. How fast you can beat the game. Yeah, it was crap. I'll just leave it at that. King of Fighters 13. The last time we see Ash, and actually he was a pain in the ass boss, is Dark Ash. Matter of fact, what he did in this game at the end, he made it to where he was never born. That way his ancestors died off and left, because he's part of the people who came from the past, people from the past. And actually Ash came from the future. So by trapping his ancestors in the future, he basically erased himself from the history. Let's see. Okay, yeah, of course we'll go King of Fighters 14. One of the reasons I bought a PS3. Nothing spectacular, it's just a, yeah, steelbook case. Not sure what the hell it looks like underneath the steelbook. Let me see if I can pull it out. Oh, okay, there's nothing special. And last but not least, you guys have seen me open this. There it is, King of Fighters 97 Global Match. See, the thing about this one is the fact that this is basically the copy from, how do I say, it's the Neo Geo copy. What it is they gave us King of Fighters 97, several copies of King of Fighters 97 in America, and none of them you could play as the bosses. You couldn't play as Orochi Yori, Orochi Leona, Orochi Chris, Orochi Yashiro, and Orochi Shermie, or Orochi himself. You couldn't play as any of those. And in this game, when they came out Global Match, you have all the bosses right up front. You don't even have to unlock them. They're just up there to play as if you want. So yeah, that's how that goes. And you guys have already really seen the contents of this, but I guess I'll show it anyway again. It's really nothing. There's some cards that were kind of pointless. Of course, there's all that. I took the booklet and just threw it in there instead of leaving it right there. And of course, the cool looking card that they gave us with it. It's not in there. It's in the PS4 right now. And as you can see, there's a reversible cover. Anyways, better cut it now. I can't believe 23 freaking minutes on this crap. Who the hell actually watched this entire video? Kudos to you. Thanks if you actually stayed for this entire video. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later.